Hey folks, Quilly here, and don't freak out! I know this isn't where we left things off last episode, but everything is fine. We didn't miss an episode. At the end of last episode, we'd cleared out the Technique League camp, and we were going to do a bunch of leveling up. We'd also gotten a couple of extra NPCs to join up, and what I decided to do is I decided, first of all, to just sort of YOLO hoof it back to the inn over here, because we were certainly going to have to do a lot of resting, a lot of selling, that sort of thing. And I also wanted to be in a good place to swap the party around, although you can do that out in the wilderness from the global map as well. But I really need to think about party composition. I did a little bit of research, still trying to avoid, anything too spoilery out there, but trying to think about party composition and what kind of builds we might be able to do. So researched more of the feats and top rank spells and different things like that, just to try to get an idea about things rather than just blindly single class leveling up everyone. So I think I've got a bit of an idea as to what our party composition will be given our current group over here. Now I don't know if there's any way to access the party composition in here. If I load up our inventory or character pages or whatever, we can see the latest party. And if I'm leaving the inn area, the trading post area, I get to change my party at that point. But I don't know if there's any way for me to just change it right here, which is a little inconvenient not be able to do that. Oh, I also went around and talked to everyone. Now, we'd never conversed with Linzi. In addition to that, Reggie here and Octavia, we had conversations with them. I was propositioned for some sort of threesome. Didn't see that coming. Politely declined, but very flattered anyway. So yeah. So for the party, let's talk about what I know I want. I definitely want a couple of people who can frontline. Now, certainly Valerie is super tanky, built in with her tower shield stuff. The one thing with her is, her damage output probably isn't much. I didn't realize, does she only... Oh, no, it's because she's exhausted. I'm like, wait, she only has an 8 strength? No. She has a 14 strength, but she's very tired. And the thing is, because she's sort of bored, not using a two-handed weapon, I think there's always going to be, we're not necessarily building her for damage, but that's okay, she can tank. I did learn about something, what's it called? It's dazzling something. It's a feat, dazzling something, dazzling display, dazzling performance, something like that, that lets you basically do, I think it lets you, fear people, in combat using your charisma and stuff, which could actually be a really good tool for Valerie, as just a way to kind of debuff stuff. So again, mostly we'll probably just build her tanky. Oh, where's my... I have a note file. Where did I put it? Oh, right over here with my... plots and plans, my pots and pans, if I'm gonna rhyming slang things a little bit, I don't know, with the different characters. So yeah. Oh, that was the other thing that was insane. I don't know if there's a way for me to just access the feat list or something. I guess I can start the leveling process here. I don't think I'm gonna pick a fighter here for this class, but I just want to, hang on, I'm just gonna click some random stuff here. I'm gonna undo this in a second. There is... Oh yeah, so I guess if I show unavailable again, I should be able to find something called Dazzling something or other. Dazzling display over here. Yeah, your skill with your favorite weapon can frighten enemies. While wielding the weapon which you have weapon focus, you can perform a buildering show of prowess as a full round action. So it does mean you're not going to be attacking, or moving really other than a 5-foot step, but that might be okay. You make a persuasion intimidate check to demoralize all foes within 30 feet who can see your display. And just out of the box, I wouldn't have known necessarily how useful this is, but... based on just a perusal of Reddit threads and things like that, I keep seeing Dazzling Display come up again and again, so it sounds like it's pretty useful. The thing that I think I was most surprised about was seeing that Crane style is a very good thing, because here's one of the things with Valerie: we'll probably spend a fair amount of time with her doing defensive fighting as a full tank. In fact, our 2 tanky people might end up doing that. And apparently it turns out that Crane style is really good. Yeah, so defensively fighting gives you a penalty to attack, but boosts your AC. With Crane style, you take a reduced penalty to attack. Only -2 instead of, I think, -4. And yeah, it gives you an extra dodge bonus to your armor class, which is great because dodge bonuses always stack with other dodge bonuses. So apparently Crane style is a really good way to get some extra AC, which is really important. And a Crane wing as well. If you're fighting defensively. Oh, this is the big thing. That's right. This is the thing where it turns out this text is misleading. It says when fighting defensively with at least one hand free, you gain +4 dodge bonus to AC against melee attacks. And if a melee attack misses you by 4 or less, you lose this dodge bonus until the beginning of your next turn. Apparently, this works all the time. It does not require a hand free. So that's pretty important information. So effectively giving you an extra 4 points of AC against melee attacks all the time. Apparently it works fine. Dual wielding, it works fine with a sword and shield. I mean, unless it's been patched since those threads talked about it. But apparently it works all the time. So if we're looking to build someone tanky, you're really looking to pick up Crane Style and then Crane Wing. So Crane Wing requires that you have Crane Style, and they both need improved unarmed strike. Or a level of Monk, because I think that you get Unarmed Strike for free there. It looks like it's quite popular to splash one level of Monk as a cheap way to access Crane Style, plus you might get a feat at level 1, I'm not sure. The other thing that's quite popular, it seems, is splashing one level of Fighter for a bonus feat, like as a cheap way to generate extra feats, and a level of Fighter is pretty good, you get full base attack bonus. I don't know if that's displayed anywhere where you're picking your class, like what the attack bonus progression is of the various classes in-game. I've just been assuming it works similarly to 3rd edition D&D, but it has just been an assumption. So there's that, and it does seem like being very AC focused is the way to go for your tanks, as opposed to sort of like health or regeneration based tanking. It does seem like it is really all about stacking AC in this game. So there's a few things that we know about for Valerie here. First of all, if we're going to do Dazzling Display, we need weapon focus, and then the question becomes, what do we focus in? And I feel like since she does have the exotic proficiency for Bastard Sword, that's probably a good thing for us to do. Now, she currently doesn't have a Bastard Sword. We sold her Masterwork one because she's using the +1 Longsword, which seemed fine at the time. Now I'm like, well, if I'm taking weapon focus Bastard Sword, I kind of wish I had kept that Bastard Sword, but I'm sure we'll find another. So the question now for Val here is, let me just undo her leveling up completely, is what point do we put, where do we level her up? Do we throw a level of Monk in there? I was gonna say, you have to be lawful here, so we can't do the Monk trick with everyone, but it does work with Val over here, and that's not bad. I think the Traditionalist Monk is like better for us than the baseline Monk, if I was reading correctly. Both of them get Flurry of Blows. There was something, I can't remember what the difference is. It might not be significant, but I think that was when my research, sorry, and this was all yesterday. And I know I haven't, none of the videos have gone live yet, as the point that I'm recording this, just to let y'all know. But yeah, it was yesterday that I was doing the research, and there was some reason I wanted Traditional Monk over the base. But yeah, so it's not bad. So, Stunning Fist, I don't know, Monk bonus feat. That's right, because not only does taking one level of Monk satisfy the requirement for Crane Style, it also gives us a bonus feat that we can use to pick up Crane Style here, which seems very, very good. So I think we're just going to splash one level of Monk. The other thing that I see quite popular for like virtually every character is picking up a level of Vivisectionist or a level of Rogue. Both of them give you access to Sneak Attack, and Sneak Attack is fairly easy to land in Pathfinder Kingmaker here, because it'll affect any time you're attacking someone who is flanked, which is just having, you know, couple people in melee. I don't think position is a thing in Pathfinder Kingmaker here. So as long as you got a couple people engaging in melee, everyone's going to be able to do sneak attacks. So splashing a level of Vivisectionist or Rogue seems very popular, and I think Vivisectionist seems to be more popular because in addition to the sneak attack, which is specific to this kit of Alchemist, in addition to sneak attack, you do gain access to mutagens, which is a really good self buff. We have seen that. Now, part of me, just based on the description of Vivisectionist, thinks it's not appropriate for Valerie. But, you know, we can reflavor it somehow. I mean, it's just, you know, she's getting a better fighter. She's just getting a better knowledge of anatomy, and that's all it is, you know? She's just she read a medical book one time, and now she knows, like, to stab people in the kidneys, or something like that. Because you know, I mean, she's not a good character. She's lawful neutral. But I still think that, like, the vibe of a vivisectionist from the description isn't right for her. Maybe I've got a skewed image of what she is. So what's great about this is one of the things that Valerie suffers with is damage, and being able to put in a little bit more damage is great, and the buff from mutagen is really good as well. So I'm a little torn, actually. I do want to do a splash of both Monk and Alchemist, and then we'll probably go and put a bunch more ranks into her fighter over here. There might be some other splashes somewhere later on, I don't know, but basically that. So I think the next 2 levels will probably be 1 level of Monk, 1 level of Alchemist. Let's get... Well, she's already pretty survivable. You know what? We're going to get Vivisectionist to enable Sneak Attack and the mutagens over here. I think at some point we'll probably want to grab a 2nd level just because the medical discovery will let us mod some of these things, but I don't know how much of a priority it will be. I suspect we're going to do something like a level of Alchemist, a level of Monk, and then like 10 more levels of Fighter or something, and then we'll take another look at that point. I don't think there's any capstone abilities necessarily that we're hunting for with the Tower Shield Specialist. And in fact, there's other like sweet spots, like level 9 over here, you get Tower Shield Defense, where your Tower Shield adds its bonus against touch attacks. Like, that might be a good break point, you know, that we stop there. What is Burst Barrier, higher level? Yeah, more armor training. I don't think these are terribly relevant to her, because it's not like she's got a whole ton of dexterity, so we're not really caring about the dexterity modifier. So I don't know, maybe it'll be something like that. 1 level of Monk, 1 level of Alchemist, and then we'll bring Tower Shield Specialist up to 9, and then we might reevaluate at that point. Let's go Alchemist right now for the extra damage. Boom, done. And it was funny, she's not even going to be able to use the Alchemist's so-called spells because her intelligence is too low. Although I do think I've got a circlet of +2 int. We might give it to her. This does give her different skill proficiencies now that have been locked as class skills. And that is actually the really useful thing as well about multi-classing, is once something becomes a class skill, it's always a class skill for you. I think I still like the idea. She's pretty good at lore, nature. There's no one who's tremendous at it. Now, if we're going to have Tristian or Amiri in the party, then they've already got that covered. On the other hand, you know, I don't know. I think that's fine. I'm wondering about, oh yeah, the mobility. There is something you can get. Oh, wait, 3 ranks of mobility, I think gives you an extra +1 AC when fighting defensively. I think that's what I remember reading. So I think we want to get 3 ranks of mobility, and then we'll just go back to leveling up something else. I think that is true. I wish I could, hold on. Pathfinder, Kingmaker, fighting, defensively, mobility. Let's make sure we don't waste any of this. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, so yeah, normally it's -4 penalty on melee attacks. You get +2 dodge bonus to your AC. If you have 3 more ranks in mobility, you get +3 dodge bonus when fighting instead. So there we go, a little bit of optimization here by doing that, and then we'll go and put our points somewhere else later on. Boom, done. So what does Accomplished Sneak Attack do? Oh, it just gives you an extra D6. That, I think, is going to be a thing. Do we grab that right now? Well, it's actually pretty damn tempting. Huh. The thing is, we know if we want to get Dazzling Display, we know we need to get Weapon Focus in Bastard Sword. But I don't have the Bastard Sword yet. On the other hand, I think that might be, I don't know, an extra D6? You know, let's just do it. We can always respec later. It's going to be fine. So we'll grab that. So, okay, hold on. Cannot exceed half your character level rounded up. Well, our level is 3, so rounded up would be 2. Like, well, it's over. 1.5, round up to 2, which means we can have 2 dice of sneak attacks. So this actually will have some good value for us. I'm going to do this for now. Might change my mind later on. Yeah, so her spells, she can't really currently cast spells. Oh, I was doing some reading. I'm not wrong in that True Strike is a little questionable. It is, I guess, as if you get like, if you get high level touch spells like Disintegrate, then you can use True Strike to prep it. You can theoretically prep it just before you enter combat, but it only lasts for a round, so it's pretty tricky. I think what I'll do is I will learn Cure Light Wounds here because we might be able to use this as an extra, heal in between things. I don't think she's really going to be using her spells. But I guess I'll throw True Strike on there just in case we decide to do some shenanigans. Because it looks like that might be the case. I don't think it's going to be terribly critical. But we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, I'm very happy with Valerie's level. Man, this whole episode is going to be leveling up. Probably. For ourselves, I think my plan is currently to keep just dumping points into Grenadier for now. I think I like that idea a lot. Sorry, I keep tabbing out to my note file over here. And what we're going to do for ourselves, I don't think we're going to be doing fighting defensively stuff, so I don't think we need our 3 ranks in mobility. I think we'll just go ahead, trickery, knowledge, persuasion, use magic device, it's going to be okay. Although, part of me is wondering about perception. And if we could splash 1 level in a class that would make this a class skill, that actually would be pretty useful. Because it should immediately retroactively give us the points, like the extra points, which wouldn't be bad. I would also potentially like perception. But we're going to go with this. Maybe, maybe it turns out we don't need to sink the points into persuasion, but we're going to do that. So now it's an interesting choice. Precise Shot does make our crossbow stuff considerably better, right? Like, right now, and that's another thing I haven't been paying attention to as much, because I think I'd forgotten about the -4 combat penalty, because later editions of D&D don't really do this. But yeah, right now, shooting into melee gives us a -4 combat penalty. So we're going to have to skirt around that and, remember that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep going for bomb stuff. So I'll get the ability to focus bombs. The DC I don't think matters right now, actually. It's mostly for splash damage. But I think we are just going to keep going, more bomb things. We're going to pick up all the good bomb stuff. So I'm going to do that. Although, potentially, we could take Precise Shot now and even respec out of it later on. But I think this is going to be okay. We learned a whole other spell, so we'll grab True Strike as well. There's only Stone Fist we don't know. We're going to know basically everything here. Okay. Definitely, we're going to keep Linzi in here. And for Linzi, I don't know. We might do a few different weird things with her. Right now, I'm just going to pick a 3rd level in Bard. But I've seen people do, absolutely everything in the sun with her, including making her an off-tank. Because here's the thing. She's got decent con at a 14, and I think, 16 dexterity. So she can actually she'll get, a decent amount of tankiness built in. But I think we're going to keep going kind of down the Archer route. I wonder even about going Arcane Archer. In case she ever does get in melee, we could give her 3 points of mobility. But if right now I'm happy to give her the perception. She's still the chief persuader. Well, she's tied with Tristian. I suppose it could be dropped off. It's funny, because she does get the lore bonuses. How come we don't get a tooltip over here? There we go. From Bardic Knowledge. Right now it's not too high. But it will become more and more useful down the road. I think I still like her as a backup trickery person to unlock things. She could become great at stealth for our campground stuff. Right now we use Octavia for that. That's literally it. Hold on. Hang on a second. Well, because of armor and things. Yeah, you know what? I think currently we do use her for camouflage, but she's not that great at it. Let's put a crap ton of points into our stealth so that she can help with the camouflage side of things. And then we'll do that. And then persuasion-wise, if we've got Tristian, and we are going to be bringing Tristian, we don't actually need her to be tops in persuasion anymore. Let's give her some perception. Okay, that's going to be fine. See, lingering performance, it doesn't strike me. I don't know. We don't tend to turn off the bardic performance, and switching from one bard song to another does completely cancel it, regardless of things. I mean, unless there's some extra... No, if you begin a new performance, it affects the previous performance immediately cease. So it doesn't let you stack them or anything. I think we're just going to give her Precise Shot. We'll have her focus on her actual ranged combat over here. I don't think that's going to be bad at all. And for an extra spell, let's give her Remove Fear. Fear has really been screwing with us. We're going to make sure we can buff our party against it. It doesn't actually remove fear, which is a little bit deceptive. I'm not going to level up Octavia or Reg over here because I'm actually not going to be bringing them with us right now. Here, you can keep your lantern. That's fine. This is just a regular short bow. Yeah, you can hold on to that as well. Okay, just wanted to make sure you had nothing magical. We're not going to bring them with us right now. So, let me rest. Oh, I didn't change my memorizations. You know what? We're gonna have to camp in the wilderness before anything else happens, and we're gonna be changing our parties. I got to change my level up. Hey, we're able to pick this lock this time. Cool. Since we leveled up. All right, let's go out. Let's do some more vending here. So just this loot we stole from you, we're gonna sell back to you. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna do anyone with the stock stuff, so we'll go ahead and sell that. The Dwarven Urgosh, the Earthbreaker, Short Sword +1. We might want to keep around. We might want to keep one of these longbows just in case. Masterwork of stock, no, and another one there. Another Masterwork longbow. Oh, I didn't actually sell that. Yeah, let's sell those. Right, chain shirt +1 we definitely want to throw on someone, as well as the headband of vast intelligence, which we could throw on Valerie so that she can actually use her alchemist stuff. You know, just have access to another heal pretty much for sleeps. Tristan, you need a crossbow. And I think what we want to do is get a Masterwork heavy crossbow. Right here. He's only got the one. It's going to work fine for you. Yeah, we're going to buy that. Deal. Oh, and I can probably sell the quarterstaff, actually. Well, tell you what, let me keep it in case we run into something that needs magic weapons to hit. Maybe we'll keep a few of those in our back pocket for now. And maybe I should put it on myself because it is a primary stat. On the other hand, enabling... I don't know if it matters. I mean, she's only level 1. So she could memorize like 1 Cure Light Wound to maybe throw in combat, but her level's not even that high. You know what? I want to wear the pretty crown. Don't I look lovely? Let's reorganize these spells here. So we know Reduced Person is really good. I'm wondering about getting a couple of those. I might keep the heal. I don't know. 1 minute per level, 1 minute per level. I don't think I'm going to be running Bomber's Eye right now. Or the targeted bomb admixture. It does let me add twice my intelligence modifier. That actually is a substantial amount of damage. If we're gonna have Tristan, I don't need my own Cure Light Wounds. All right, we'll grab one of those in case I want to do some targeted single damage. It only lasts for 3 rounds, and it cost me a whole round to use it. You know, that's not worth it yet. Never mind. We'll grab that back. That's gonna be okay. Tristan, I think I'm okay with your spells, or am I? Well, here's one of the questions. Am I bringing Jaethal with me? And I think the answer is yes. So I should pack these Inflict Light Wounds, but remove fear. I'm gonna drop one of these for remove fear. Hell, do I even care about that? Again, unless I'm healing in combat, which isn't very efficient. These are really low numbers. And Jaethal can heal herself in between, in theory. I don't know, maybe I'll grab one of these. But yeah, we'll have a remove fear. Over here, Shield of Faith isn't as good as my main character's shield, but it's probably the best thing right now. Burning Hands wouldn't be bad, although I don't want you to get up close to anything. And I suspect later on Fairy Fire is going to be amazing for Invis stuff, but I'm hoping we don't run into too much Invis stuff right now. Okay. Done, 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 done. I don't think there's any other sale to do. Let's head out on the map, and we're going to reform our party, which also means we're going to have to do a little bit more leveling. Okay, so right now, I'm just going to drop these two, and we're going to... Whoops. We're going to do this. Now, this does happen to me a lot when I play these RPGs. I get really attached to the people I get first, which is sort of what we're seeing here. Can I reorder in here? No, okay. But I think it's still going to be okay. I think these two have some potential. We might revisit them later. I mean, she's got 1 level of Rogue, 1 level of Wizard. We can make her into an Arcane Archer. And he's got a really interesting class that it would be interesting to experiment with. But for right now, I'm going to keep with the original party. And I do feel a lot better with Tristan. First of all, we gave him a proper ranged weapon. We're going to keep him away. We're going to be playing him as just sort of a caster. His AC is still going to suck. Hopefully he doesn't get targeted too often. Maybe we can keep little potions of invis on him. You know, the ones that last for just a couple of rounds just to reset aggro from time to time. That actually might be a really good play there. Anyway, we're gonna accept this party, and then for the main quest, I think where we need to go is down to the Shrike River. So at Nettles Crossing, presumably, right? Yeah, no details or anything like that. That's okay. I am partially wondering about going here and then just checking some of these side paths. I mean, they might connect. We haven't been down here. I suspect there's going to be some sideways routing. But again, in the interest of time, maybe I'll just go beeline directly there. But before we do that, let's level up. So I was thinking a few different things with Jaethal here. One of the things that struck me, she actually has great stats. We could, if I didn't want to bring Tristan with me, I could go and move Jaethal over to being a cleric. In particular, I could respec. She still has to keep her base level of Inquisitor, but then I could respec right away and just basically go full cleric with her. And I think she'd do okay. But I think what I'm looking to do is actually build her as a little tankier frontline fighter type person, and her Inquisitor stuff will give us a little bit more divine power, and that's going to be okay. So what I'm going to do here, rather than go directly up to Inquisitor, I'm going to splash one level of fighter, just because it does give us the an extra bonus feat. Now, I think we're going to go two-handed. I don't think it matters which I pick, though, because I don't think any of these variants get a different that matters right away. So these two both get brave, and that's at level 2. I mean, at some point we'll potentially splash some more. That is true. Let's see. Bravery. Yeah, will saves against fear, which is nice. And then armor training, which I don't know if it matters. I guess if her dex is higher, then it might matter. The Eldori Defender. Full attack with a dueling sword. Yeah, I don't think we're doing that. Tower Shield Specialist, does that matter? And the armor training, and then two-handed fighter. I mean, she is using a two-handed weapon, right? Her scythe. If I want her to be tankier, though, to be able to, like, off-tank frontline, we might not want to do that. But... yeah, what did it say about may not cast spells? Did I not just see that somewhere? Oh, you're just talking about the class can't cast spells. Yeah, that's fine. Strong grip. +1 bonus to CMD on sunder attempts and disarm attempts. I don't know what those acronyms mean, but I'm assuming that's her defensive role to protect against sunder and disarm. Yeah, I don't know. Since we're not going to be going deep in this class, I don't think what we pick matters. If we went all the way to level 5, we get +1 on attack and damage roll with two-handed weapons. So, I don't know, I might take base fighter here just because the bravery will be useful. The maximum dexterity bonus goes up by 1. Hang on a sec. Before we commit here... wow, yes, this is going to be the entire video. What is your dexterity? So your dexterity is +2. So, if we want to be able to wear heavier armor without penalties, we actually would very much like... oh, so you only have medium armor proficiency. Are we going to get heavy armor proficiency from going fighter? Probably, yeah. So actually, I think the armor specialization, and you know, probably very late game, throw her in some plate, and then she still gets to keep her dexterity bonus. So I'll do baseline fighter, because I don't think it matters here. Oh yeah, the dueling sword thing. Yeah, I think we'll just go vanilla fighter, and I think that's going to be okay. Again, Quill, you can always respec later, settle down. Let's give her the 3rd pip of mobility, so that she can do fighting defensively stuff, which is going to be great. We'll keep up her perception, she's going to be great on watch, and she does have the knowledge of religion. So I guess we'll do that as well. Now here, where do I want to put points in? Okay, here's the thing. What is she? Is she neutral evil? I think she's neutral evil. So we can't do the monk thing with her. But we could grab improved unarmed strike, which then would unlock crane style. And I think that's what we do. Even though this is kind of a dead feat. At least the fighter did give her the bonus feat, which is nice. Actually, yeah. The bonus combat feat. Can it be improved? Okay, good. Because this has to be from a limited pool of things. Can I take crane style right away? No. I think what we do is we give you dodge. The big thing is not dying. So we'll get some AC that stacks with absolutely everything. That's going to be all right. I don't think that's going to be bad. All right, and then Amiri. So, oh god, this video is going to be ridiculous. Amiri's the biggest question mark I have right now. The thing I don't like is that she is pretty squishy. Her AC is never going to be fantastic. So there's two options, I would say. Either we take a route that improves her AC, which probably means something like, first of all, we do the fighter splash. We do the same thing where she's not lawful, she can't be a monk. So we go down the path of picking up improved unarmed strike and then try to give her the crane style and just keep her fighting defensively a whole heck of a lot. The other option is to give her a little bit of like more backline ranged kind of thing, which I don't think is spellcaster, but could be. There's what is freebooter? Oh, that's right. Does freebooter, I think, generate some cool stuff. Yeah, this freebooter bond looked really good. This would let Amiri spend a move action to get her allies extra combat prowess. So yeah, +2 bonus on attack rolls when flanking for a minute. That's quite cool. The other thing that's still always potentially going to be kind of sexy is the 1 level dip into Vivisectionist here. I guess the mutagen would actually improve her defenses a fair bit. Because, like the dexterity one, right? The AC, and then yeah, you could have +4 dexterity for even more AC. Might help to keep her alive right now. Maybe I'll just do this. I suspect we might do a respec on her later when we kind of figure out exactly what we want to do with her. Right now, a 1 level dip into Vivisectionist, I think is going to do wonderful things for her survivability. Let's give her mobility 3, because we know that defensive fighting is going to do great things over there. Someone's still got to be pretty good on athletics, which actually, hang on, the armor check penalty is going to hurt this. This is not a useful thing, after all. She's not a bad hunter. There's nothing else she can do right now. I have no idea where we put the rest of her points. I mean, we could still put it here and take off her armor when there's a key challenge for it. Yeah, screw it. Still going to be a decent number right now. So still tempted to do an accomplished sneak attacker for just more sneak attack damage. But yeah, let's just give her dodge for now. Just because keeping her alive is hard. I don't think this is a correct build for her, but in the interest of moving forward. Oh yeah, and let's pick up hell, you can shield yourself. Now that's pretty useful. So you just do a personal shield, which actually is valuable for you. Hell, you could even do something like a self-enlarged person. Or in fact, self-reduce person. I don't like that this is going to reduce the weapon damage though. That seems kind of poopy. And thematically, I think Amiri would want to enlarge herself all the time, although it will mean she's going to get herself killed, but I don't care. I'm going to take it for now. Again, we're probably going to respec her. Okay, so that's that aspect sorted-ish. We'll see what else comes up. Let's move down a bit. Kind of tempted to poke in here and then go down. Just clear this internal area. I mean, it's not really out of the way, so, you know, hopefully it's okay. Let's come down this way.
May we have a moment of respite?
Waterlogged lowland. Well, we'll visit you soon. Let's push a little bit more here.
We should gather our strength.
All right, let's do a rest. Do I want to hit the button that is not looking like a button and reset this? And yeah, I do find it a little weird that it's a little tricky to reset all these guys here. So yeah, Tristan. Still care about hunting. So yeah, Amiri. Good hunter, good watcher as well, actually. You're fantastic at watching. You have to go to Camp Camouflage. I'm the best cook. Knowledge of the world. I guess that makes sense. And then you're the next best watcher, and then you can go and assist somewhere else. And I feel like the thing I want to do still is assist in the hunting. Because it seems very time efficient. What's interesting that she would actually give a +3 to the perception. Why would it be +3 instead of +2? Everything else is +2. Anyway, I think this is going to be fine. I do have enough for the sweet pancakes. Movement speed for the day. I guess it's all the same. It's an easier DC. I don't know, we'll just hearty meal on this one. That's going to be okay. All right, begin resting.
It is amazing what the Stag Lord has achieved with such crude methods. Imagine what we might
This
do
episode is literally going to be all leveling.
in our hands.
But I think it was a good discussion.
Power is lawful when it obeys the laws. Evil when it twists them to fill the treasury with gold.
Wow. Only took 4 hours to get 6 rations, so we paid for our own food in that time, which is good. Oh, yeah, and I had it on hunting mode over here to save our rations. That's another thing I was thinking about. I don't remember I actually addressed it in a previous video, is we might want to save those for dungeons where we can't hunt. It's still nice for, like, time acceleration to eat them. What? Quill suddenly woke inside the house. Dogs were howling fiercely not far away. Smells like burning. The wooden walls were steaming hot. The smoke was breathing beneath the low ceiling. I will look out the window. The instant he approached the window, the glass broke and an arrow hit him in the chest. Falling, he glimpsed a dozen dark figures standing outside, his eyes dim. Quill's skin felt cold. He heard the murmur of water and the soft lapping of waves. After opening his eyes, he saw a rocky river bottom and bloated body tangled in green water weeds. Drowned man's gaze was fixed upon Quill. Didn't we do this already? The Shrike River. Maybe I did have like one episode where I did some movement for the leveling and then restart because there was a recording issue. Did I see the event there? I'm a little confused. You didn't miss any content. I'm just a little confused. All right, well, I'm still going down. Wait, do we have a further path? Is this just a road we know about? Where the hell is this going? Wait, that's the Shrike River. This is the Shrike River. Why are you using the name Shrike River twice? I mean, it's sort of connected by water here. Seems a little odd, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Anyway, we're going down to Nettles Crossing. It's fine. Yes, I want to enter this location. Maybe this is not the location we need to go for our quest right now. Maybe following the path south is the way to go. But I'm still going to want to check out this area. You're already? Also, your personal equipment. How come you're fully exhausted? That's interesting. It says fatigue -6 exhausted, although here just says fatigue -2. I don't know. I guess it's part of the description. Well, I guess we're going to rest here. We'll get in a fight just to hit this camp. No? Still good? Hello? Camp? What's going on?
Time's not waiting.
Oh, I literally cannot move. Because of how... Just made it feel like something weird happened here.
In due time.
I still can't camp. Quick save.
I tire.
Reload. Something's weird. Oh, there we go. Now we can camp. Okay.
You are beautiful and young, desired. It's a pity you do not use what gifts fate has bestowed upon you.
Oh, thank you.
You know how to fight. Your spirit is strong, and you fear neither.
Oh,
disease
she wasn't
nor
talking to me?
age. It's a pity you haven't found better use for your own gifts.
Honestly, the movement rate might have been the better thing, but... Oh, this is what? Bonus save against fear? Okay, you're fine now. Let's make sure to re-equip your armor. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I had this chain shirt +1, and then I have a studded leather +1, which we're going to give over to Linzi. I mean, she could have worn the chain shirt as well, but I'm the main character, and that's the way it works. Okay, well, I think everything seems to be stable now. We're going to go and put a cut in here. 38 minutes of leveling up. Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. It was a good discussion. Still not sure what to do with Amiri. And also with Linzi, I think there's a few different ways we might go with those two. But for now, I'm happy that we got a little bit more direction of a few people. And even with Tristan, I've got a better idea. Oh shit, that's the thing I want to do before resting, is I want to tweak maybe more of the spells. Nah, we're probably fine. All right, folks, I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye.